Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Welcome to Inspire with Fire, where we meet you at the intersection of life, faith, family, and business. I'm Krista Abbott, your host, and I'm so excited to have you here with us today. I see we got a few people rolling on up into the room, so y'all come on in, make yourself at home, sit right down, say hello, let us know where you are watching from. I see some of you guys dropping on up in the comments right now. We'll give you a shout out in just a minute here. Those who watch on the replay, hi! We're so glad that you're here too. So go ahead and give us some comment love. Say hashtag replay, and we'll come back a little bit later and say, what's up? All right, guys. I see Susan this morning. I see you in the house. Susan, what's going on? I hope you're doing good in Iowa this morning. So good to see you. Rahayu is in the house. Good to see you this morning. What's up? I hope you're doing good and getting all the way from Indonesia. What? Say we are international. Good to see you this morning. What time is it in Indonesia, Rahayu? I think it's like, I don't know. Is it nighttime over there? All right. Lindsay in the house. Lindsay. I bet Faith is nearby. Justice might be nearby. Who else we got nearby? I see y'all this morning. Special shout outs to my sister Jillian, who is watching in the background this morning. I got your text and I loves you. I appreciate you. Sending you lots of love this morning. Miss Jillian, lots of love. All right, guys. So what do we got going on today? It is Wednesday. School is out, so they're still sleeping. Well, now me and Miss Faith are gonna have a little talk now. She still needs to wake up on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Inspire with Fire. Lindsay's saying, no, give me a little bit of time in the mornings for myself. Oh, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. She need to get up with the chickens is what she need to do. Anyway, all right. So it is for those watching live, it is Wednesday, hump day, and we're halfway through the week. We're almost there. We're over the hump. And I mean, the week is flying by. I'm like, I need it to be Monday because I need those extra days. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. We're gonna get the list done. Somebody say we're gonna get the list done because we are efficient and we are effective and we are productive in everything that we do. That's right. All right. So what are we going to talk about today? Today we're going to talk about the art of intentional kindness. So I want to talk about kindness, but more specifically, the art of intentional kindness. Say, what's that mean, Krista? Well, you're going to find out this morning. Just buckle your seatbelts and get ready, because here we go. So we all know that the Bible talks about and teaches us to be kind and compassionate with one another, right? So it says love is kind, and that one of the fruit of the Spirit is kindness. So this then becomes a mark of our faith, or a simple quality or character trait that we can acknowledge as being a marker of our brotherly love for humanity. So it's easy to be kind to those we love and to those who are kind to us in return, right? If I'm nice to you, you're going to be nice to me. If you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. But what about those who are rude or uncaring toward us? How can we be kind back to them? And what about those times when we're just tired and we've been tried and we've been tested, and the last thing we feel in our hearts is a motivation toward kindness? Instead, maybe we feel that we're about to explode with frustration that has built up over time, or or maybe we're exhausted and depleted and simply have nothing to give anymore. It's gone. There's nothing left. My tank is empty. So what happens when our tank is running on empty? Well, today I want to talk about a few ways, two things I want to cover today. A few ways we can refill our tank when our kindness tank is running low, and how we can intentionally show our kindness one for another. I see my sister Jillian popping in. I gave you a shout out. I don't know if you heard me. Yes, I wasn't sure if you wanted to make that announcement, but so everyone knows that we have prayed for Linda in Jillian's friend Linda in previous episodes, and she has crossed over into heaven. I think yesterday at 11:11. So there you go. She was perfectly aligned for her crossing over. And so lots of love out to you, Jillian, and to Linda's family and everyone who knew and loved her. We are sending lots of love and prayers for your comfort. We know that she is doing great because she's in heaven and she is having a good time. No more pain, no more suffering, having a good time with Jesus. But lots of love, prayers, hugs, and comfort going out to everyone who knew and loved Linda. From what I've heard about her, she was a pretty remarkable lady. So lots of people going to be missing her, I'm sure. All right. So today, like I said, we're going to talk about how we can refill our kindness tank and how we can intentionally show our kindness one for another. And this is what I like to call the art of intentional kindness. So first, though, let's look at our inspiration for today. And let me find my mouse. There it is. Inspiration. Got 3 verses. Going to go through really quick here with you. The first one, 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient and kind. So we see here that kindness is one of the attributes of love. Kindness is an attribute of love. There we go. The second thing, Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. So show kindness and compassion one to another. Kindness and compassion one to another. Galatians 6:10. So then, as we have opportunity, let's do good to everyone, and especially those who are of the household of faith. So this is talking about looking for those opportunities to do good for somebody, or to be kind, or to show kindness to someone. So these are the 3 main verses that we want to look at today, with emphasis being on this one. Be kind and compassionate to one another. Somebody say, be kind and compassionate to one another. All right, you guys ready? So we talked about how it can be, especially in the season that we've all been walking through for the past year in the world, there's just, it's hard to keep that tank full sometimes. And the challenges come to keep that kindness tank, or to keep that positive vibes and that full energy tank full. So what do you do when your tank is running low? Well, today I just want to give you a few little tips, simple little tips that can help you get that kindness tank full. We just had a fuel shortage here in the Southeast. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that conversation. But we just had a fuel shortage. So what do you do when you run out of gas and there's no more gas at the stations? There's no more gas. What do? You got to take care of it, right? So it's kind of like that when our emotional tanks get a little empty. We have to go find a way to refill them. So one of the ways that we can do that, so number 1, here would be self-care. So with self-care, you just want to take a step back, find what you need to feel good in the moment, and then take some time to care for yourself. Maybe a bubble bath if you like that, with some nice little candles lit, a mani-pedi. Take a nap. That's one of my favorites. I like to recharge with a nap. I can be completely depleted, and I take me a little nap, and I wake up and I'm like supercharged. Take a nice walk outside. Do something kind for yourself, but practice self-care. That's one way to be able to refill your kindness or your emotional tank. I see Melody popping in the house. What's up, Melody? Hey! Good to see you here this morning. We're talking about an art of intentional kindness. And right now we are going over a few ways that we can intentionally refill our emotional tank when it gets empty, so that we can then continue to be kind and compassionate and loving to each other. So the next thing that you can do is to refill your emotional tank is get some rest. Oftentimes the depleted tank comes from simply being too tired. And that's why naps are my favorite, because that's usually my little thing. Just a quick little power nap and I'm good to go. But when you give a lot, you can experience compassion fatigue, and that's a real thing. Back when I used to work in the social services sector, it was like a professional hazard to experience compassion fatigue, because you're always giving, 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 and a lot of times people in those professions are natural givers. And so they just give beyond the point that sometimes they're capable, and they experience what's called compassion fatigue. And so when you're in a caregiving role on a daily basis, sometimes you have to take that break and recharge and make sure that you're taken care of, so that you can then properly take care of others. So step number 3 of what you can do to intentionally recharge your kindness tank or your emotional tank is get outdoors. Get out in the good old sunshine and the salt air, sea air here in Florida or any other coastal state. But hey, if you're landlocked, I'm sorry. Go find you a lake or something. But get outside, get some fresh air and sunshine. Sit in the grass and let the earth suck all the drained out negative vibes and energy out of you. Walk in the grass with some bare feet, get grounded. Let the earth actually recharge your body with its electrical and magnetic frequencies. Did you guys know that the earth actually has at the center a magnetic pull that will just pull? So if you're feeling like super stressed or super drained, you could actually just lay in the grass. I used to do that. In fact, it's one of the things I used to do to recharge, until I had this incident where a snake flew at my face, and it's kind of hard for me to lay in the grass and relax anymore. That's a story for another day, though. I was like the Matrix, y'all. I was like, I was getting out of that snake's way quick. But anyway, that's a story for another day. But I used to love to lay in the grass, like on my stomach, and just let the earth, I could just feel it sucking the negativity out of me, and then replacing it with positive vibes. Somebody say positive vibes. But there is an actual magnet in the earth, in the core, that will do that. And so if you sit in the grass, walk in the grass with bare feet, then it has some really strong health benefits to recharge you. And plus, when you're out there, you get to get some sunshine, get your vitamin D vibes going, absorb some of that energy from the sun, breathe in the fresh air, and that will help too. So hey, Nancy, I see you in here. Yes. Yeah, they do. That's true, Nancy. Nancy's brought up a good point here too, that Fur babies, that means our little four-legged friends, they go into the earth for healing. So that's, it's true. And that's what I'm saying, that it's that there's that magnetic thing in the earth that just pulls. So even just standing in the grass barefooted for 10 minutes while you look up at the sun and let it energize you and feel you, it can make a huge huge difference. Um, Another thing we can do, let me take a sip of coffee here. I might need water with that cough going on. We'll see how that helps though. Is declutter your life. Woo, I'm working on it, y'all. Sometimes physical fatigue can come from environmental or mental fatigue. Say what? Yeah, you got that right. So find ways to simplify life and what you do. So I mean, do you really need 27 hairbrushes? I mean, come on. Do you really need that box of stuff in your garage from 1983 that you haven't even looked at since 1997? So what do you need? Wouldn't it feel nice to have more open space around you and less stuff, and not just physical things, but what about the mental clutter that we carry around in our minds? How can we clear that out and find a way to get rid of all the things that rob us of energy, mentally, emotionally, our physical environment? Your physical environment can often be a representation of what's going on internally, right? So you got a lot of clutter in your physical environment. I love you. I'm having to do this for myself. Take a mental assessment of, okay, what is really cluttered here? What is really cluttered here in my person, in my I know I'm sounding a little woo woo today. I call woo woo like woo. Whatever. But it's okay. At the risk of sounding woo woo, we're talking about the art of intentional kindness. You have to have that for yourself before you can have it for other people. So find a way to get rid of things that are mentally, emotionally, physically, that are robbing you of energy that you could be placing in another direction that's more positive and life-giving. Because when you're able to love and be kind to yourself and to others, then that breathes more life into you. And we all want life, right? We all want to feel life and be life. So, loves. Somebody say loves. I'm dropping the loves today. Sometimes the loves feel a little uncomfortable though. It's all right. Say it's all good. All right, next, and this will be the last one. Then we'll hop to our next subtopic for today. But meditate, pray, talk to God about it. Sit with your thoughts, let them process, release them, and watch them figuratively float up and away to heaven. So sometimes I just like to sit and think, and it's like, "What you doing, Krista?" I'm thinking, staring off into the whatever. I love to think when I go to the ocean. Just sit and look at the ocean and just think and just watch as the waves come in and carry, my thoughts go out, the waves come in and carry them back out to sea. Just let your thoughts process, release them, and let them float away. Give it to God. Whatever's bothering you, what's heavy on your mind, give it to God. Breathe in and breathe out. Just breathe in and think about your thoughts, and when you breathe them out and let them float on up to God. Say, there you go, God. Breathe them out. There you go, God. So once you've recharged, find some simple ways to show your kindness and share your newfound positive energy with others. So did you guys know that kindness can be emotionally fulfilling and can actually reduce stress and anxiety and fatigue? So kindness first to yourself, okay, and then shared with others can actually release the chemicals in your brain that cause all the stress and anxiety to be reduced. So Don't keep all those high vibes to yourself once you build them up. Let it be a constant flow. If you keep it to yourself, it becomes stagnant and stale. But if you let it continually flow in you and out of you, in you and out of you, you keep that. It's like water, flowing. Like when water flows, it's not. It's more. It stays fresher and it stays more alive and active. But if water just kind of sits there, it gets stale, right? It gets stale and eventually stuff starts growing in it. So don't let all of this recharging and self-love and self-care that we just talked about become stagnant in you, and just keep it all to yourself. Like, oh, I love myself. I'm so kind to myself. Oh, it's all about me, 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 me. No, you put it into yourself so that it can flow out of you to other people. And that keeps it just flowing. And the more you give, what? The more you receive. Then other people just naturally, the law of reciprocity is going to kick in. And because you've been given a lot of kindness, now you're going to suddenly find yourself receiving a lot of kindness. And you're going to be like, oh, people love me. Look at it. People love me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. People love me. You know why? Because you have put it out there. You've sown that seed of kindness. You've given kindness. So now kindness can return to you. And then you don't always have to be filling it up yourself. Other people are filling it up for you. They're like, oh, I see your tank's a little empty. Here's a little love. Here's a little love. And you'll be like, oh, my love tank is full. I can give some more love to other people. See how it works? So here's a few simple ways. And I know I'm not giving you guys anything earth-shaking today that you haven't already heard probably a million other times. But I'm giving you some gentle reminders because I think sometimes we just need a reminder. And I felt like today somebody needed a reminder. So we're just giving some reminders today on ways that we can show intentional kindness. So here's a few. I'm just going to drop a few and then we're going to close it out today. So a few ways you can show intentional kindness is just compliment a complete stranger. Keep it appropriate now, especially in today's society. You know what I mean? Keep it appropriate. Don't be weird about it. Somebody say be kind to strangers, but don't be weird. Oh man. So people need encouragement, and sometimes just a friendly word or a smile can go a really long way. So say something nice to random people you run into in public. Those people at the drive-through that are not so nice to you, and maybe they need to go through Chick-fil-A's training, because y'all know everybody work at Chick-fil-A's like the nicest people on the planet. I don't know how they train them people at Chick-fil-A, but everybody ought to train them. They ought to send every person in any kind of public service through Chick-fil-A training. That's all I'm going to say about that. but anyway, find something nice to say to random people, even those people who are rude to you in public and it's their job to be nice to you and they still gonna be rude. Smile at them and tell them to have a nice day. Show them what they're supposed to be doing to people by you being that for them. I've had people throw stuff at me through the drive-through window, and I'm like catching it like a football. Like, what am I, the receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs? I'm trying to catch the football. You throwing me my smoothie through the window. Like, whoa! Here comes your wrap. And I'm like, oh, got it. So those people throwing stuff at you through the drive-through window, you'd be like, hey, I got it. Thank you. Have a nice day, and smile real big. Sometimes they look at me like they real confused, like, why is she being nice to me? I just threw her smoothie at her. But anyway, be nice to them. You never know what they need, right? Compliment their shoes. Oh, girl, I like them shoes. Where you get them shoes, girl? Or their handbag, or their lipstick. Say something to them that would make you smile if someone said it to you, right? So think about what would make you feel good and then do that for that other person, because Lord knows people need a little more kindness in the world, right? The second thing, um, hey, Melody. All right, we'll see you on the phone. Have a good day. We love you. Um, someone look for a need and fill it. So there's so many things that need to happen in the world on a daily basis, and someone near you has a simple need that you could help with. So have eyes to see and look for those opportunities and look for those gaps that you can fill, that you could step in and offer a little help that would take a burden off of somebody else and make their day a little bit brighter. So having those eyes to see opportunity and be nice, say be nice, and fill a need, fill a gap in someone else's life today. So, and then here's one, this is a big one. Listen when others are speaking. And I know that's really hard, especially when we've all got phones distracting us and computers distracting us and earbuds in and radios on, and it's just everywhere there's information flying at us at ridiculous rates of speed constantly. It's so hard to keep up with everything. So when a person is standing in front of us or near us and they're talking, it can be even more challenging just to listen, just to do the simple thing of listening. But when you genuinely listen and hear what someone is saying, that can make a big impact on them. And while it's hard in a multitasking world, Lord knows I struggle with this often because my mind is so active, and I listen, I hear, but there may be 29 other things that are happening in my head at that time. And so, first of all, forgive me if I've done this to you, and I'm sorry. I'm working on it. And I have this one friend who shall remain anonymous, but her initials are Jillian Ortega. Um, and I love her for it because she'll call me out on it. She'll be like, "Are you listening to me?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm listening." No, you're not. You're multitasking. But I love it because she calls me out and brings me back to the present, because it's hard in today's society um, to give your full attention. But you know what? Your friends, your family, the people you're talking to, they deserve your full attention, and they deserve you to listen and hear them and to be able to respond appropriately. Okay? So, and really, it's about caring enough to push the pause button for a few minutes and really hear a person. So, I want to thank my sister for calling me out on it and bringing awareness to the fact that if I'm on the phone or having a conversation with somebody, I don't need to be doing three other things at the same time, always. Now, if it's casual conversation, you know, shoot, we've been on the phone with each other and both doing other stuff, but it's fine when it's time for that. But there are times when it's more appropriate to just listen and care enough to push the pause button and pay attention so that you can give a proper response and let them know that you're fully hearing, that you're fully listening, and that they don't have a part of you, but they have your full attention in that moment. Um, Here's one I want to share, and we'll close with this one. Is take some time to send a random or a thoughtful text or email to someone. Maybe even go the extra mile, buy a card, write a handwritten note in it, drop it in the mail. Somebody gets a snail mail card and they're like, "What?" Just because that doesn't happen much anymore, right? I know one of the things that John Maxwell shared in a meeting I was in with him when I was going through his certification training is a daily practice of intentionality that he talked about was just going through your phone and picking three people each day to make an intentional touch point with, and just reaching out, choosing three people at random, as you scroll through, and just send them a text for no reason. Not because you're asking for anything, not because you need something, but just to say, "Hey, I was thinking about you and I wanted to say hello. How are you doing?" And you'd be amazed at how fast your relationships will turn around, at how much your connection that you can make with another person, because it's not always about it. We've become like, because information is always flowing at us and communication's always coming from so many directions. Sometimes, like, I'll be honest, I was just talking to my mom the other day, and she said something about um, a person that had recently contacted me, and she was like, "Oh, well, what's going on with them now?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And and she was like, "Well, you only hear from them when they need something or when something bad has happened." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right, but they're still a friend, so we'll still help them, right?" And so don't be that person. Don't be that guy. Find a way to reach out to people just to let them know you're thinking about them. It doesn't have to be, because you need something or you want something or you heard something or, something bad happened, something good happened, just for no reason. Just, hey, I'm thinking about you. How you doing? Hadn't heard from you in a while. How you doing? And just maintain that connection with other people. Simple thing to do, but a great thing to do to advance your relationships, to show kindness, and really to make a person feel good. And then, you know what? If you ever do need that person for something, they're going to remember that, hey, you were there for them even when you didn't need something, that you still cared enough to reach out and say hello. How many people reach out and say hello today for no reason? Everybody's got an agenda. My agenda today is just to show kindness, to show love. So I'm going to challenge you today. Go through your phone, find 3 people that you haven't talked to in a really long time, send them a message, say hello. How you doing? It's just thinking about you today. How you doing? And see what God does. See what God does with that. And I want to hear some testimonies back. All right, let's pray. God, we thank you for the opportunity to show your love, compassion, and kindness to those around us. Lord, we ask that you would help us today and every day be instruments of your love and compassion. Help us be kind to ourselves and to others. Let our character be marked with the traits that cause others to see you in us. God, thank you, Jesus, for your example of kindness. Give us eyes to see the opportunities in front of us each and every day to be your hands and your heart extended to others around us. In Jesus' name we pray. Somebody say, "A to the men's." All right, we got a decree. Let me find it. I got stuff moved around over here. Here we go. I decree that God has given me a heart full of love and kindness. I am kind to myself so that I can be kind to others. I look for ways each day to demonstrate intentional love and kindness to those around me. One more time. I decree that God has given me a heart full of love and kindness. I am kind to myself so that I can be kind to others. I look for ways each day to demonstrate intentional love and kindness to those around me. All right, that's our decree for today. Remember, go out, be intentional with your kindness, and change the world. Let's see what we got going on in the comments here. We'll play for just a minute before we close out today. Let's play. Yeah, Melody said that she certainly needs some reminders. Girl, I'll be needing them too. I'll be preaching to myself this morning. Be still and know God. You will hear him. Absolutely. Oh, you missed the ocean, Lizzie? Well, come on. Come on to Florida and see it, girl. It's here. It's waiting for you. It's calling you. Every wave that comes in says, Lindsay. That goes back out. It's pulling you here. Lindsay. All right, all right, all right. Oh, let's see. Raheyu says, I love naps too. They are my most favorite thing in the world. Nothing like a good little nap. Oh, I'm sorry the sound was choppy. I hope it straightened up for you. Let's see. Oh, great intentional kindness. Self-care, self-care. Melody sending prayers, hugs, and love for all. Hey, Linda. Good to see you in the house this morning. Declutter your life for sure. I'm working on that one. Y'all have no idea. Oh, it's a constant. The struggle is real. Can somebody say the struggle is real? It's real. Oh, man. Kindness releases chemicals like water flowing out to other people. It's true. Chemicals, it releases those happy chemicals in our brain. Compliment somebody. Say, oh, girl, I like that lipstick. Where you get that from? Ooh, them some nice shoes. That's your shoes. I like them shoes. Y'all need to do that to somebody. Oh, that's your shoes. I like them shoes. Come on, I like them shoes. Look for a need and feel it. Oh, I wish I could hear you guys and we could like talk. We're gonna have to do a Zoom sometime. You will be filling your gap when you smile and give out compliments. Yes. Listen will bless more at times than doing. That's true. Sometimes people just need somebody to listen. That's all. They don't need you to do nothing, just listen. Reach out and touch. Reach out and touch. Oh, good, good, good. Maybe it was just a little blip. Little blip. The struggle is real, girl. Oh, you liked that Christmas Zoom? Yeah, we had a good time on our Christmas Zoom. We played some little Zoom room games. They're a little cheesy and hokey, but we had fun. You know, when you're playing games on Zoom, it can be a little cheesy, but you know, we enjoyed our cheese. Sometimes I like a little cheese with my crackers. All right. Well, you guys, I hope you have an awesome day. Don't forget to go to inspirewithfire.tv. Where's that thing? Where's that ad? Go to inspirewithfire.tv and subscribe. If you ever miss an episode, you can find it there, right there at inspirewithfire.tv. They are all archived in beautiful little order for you, numbered, titled, and everything, so that you can find them perfectly smooth. If you would like to make a donation, you can do that right there, kristaabbott.com/give, or via the Cash App, $sign Dr. Krista. And those gifts will be greatly appreciated. And they're tax deductible. Who don't need a tax deduction these days, right? So you can do that there at the website. And until next time, we'll see you guys on Friday. Friday at 8:08 a.m. Eastern Time. And until then, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And may He turn His face toward you and give you peace. Everybody have an amazing day, and we'll see you on Friday.